Jody, you're up.
Hello.
45 seconds.
Hi. Hey, I'm from Portland. I've been here 3 weeks and I love Dallas. So in Portland, I was working at Nike, but of course, and there we worked on culture and how important it was to understand and listen to culture in order for marketers who truly do rule the world to align with consumers in a way that could exponentially grow the impact and the influence. So imagine we're working on the culture of the OK Boomer. So the OK Boomer really saw sport as separate from themselves. They saw the hero as athlete. And that, understanding that cultural concept and passing that to Wieden and Kennedy really allowed Wieden and Kennedy to create this incredible Jordanism that influenced the world, right? Imagine then we're looking later at Gen X and Gen Y. And they believe athleticism and sport comes from the inside. We're talking yoga culture, you know. We're talking Nike ID. We're talking building the sneaker culture. These were all things we worked on. Urban athletes. And so, by understanding the culture, we also worked on the Livestrong bracelet, turning into the wellness platform. This is everything that is influencing us today.
I'm going to have to stop you. That's time. I'm going to yield a little bit to the gentleman from Waxahachie, Corbett.
Can we say fuck?
Can you say fuck?
Can we say fuck?
You just did.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck, Jody. That was really, that's a lot to take in. So I'm going to stand up. I'm not going to move as gracefully because I'm not very graceful, as my teammates will tell you. But I think that in 2020, everything, the ultimate Shangri-La for brands is about having a best-in-class customer experience. And I think there's two major challenges inside of a brand, inside of the organization to doing that. And the first one is operational alignment. Marketing, sorry guys, we don't control the entire customer experience. We're dependent on sales, customer service, operations, technology. How many of you have had a project fucked up by a CIO, CTO, or technology vendor? Okay, so we're dependent on them, right? And within the company, they're fighting for budgets, they're fighting for priority, plus, sorry CMOs, a plethora of agencies and consultancies who are all taking that customer experience and slicing it up. One more quick point. Number two is data and technology. You've got more data than you've ever had before. Guys talked about it tonight, but that data is in different systems that you don't own or control sometimes, or your team doesn't know how to manage. And the organization is completely dependent on a CIO or CTO and doesn't have the political will to do what it takes to bring that data together and create a data-driven customer experience. Okay. Thank you. Fuck.
Just wait. Just wait. Jody, your rebuttal.
Oh my. I really can only speak as a trend, insight, cultural contributor. I can only really say, think about Little Nas X, people. Think about Old Town Road. Think about understanding someone sitting on their couch in their grandmother's house, creating by understanding the internet, asking Billy Ray Cyrus through Twitter, asking, Reddit, through Reddit and TikTok, building out a #1 song for 19 weeks. And then Doritos riding that horse into town with him. So come on, that's understanding culture at its finest, and that's not the challenge, that's the opportunity.
Corbett?
So I agree with Jody that leveraging that groundswell is really challenging, but I am an evil marketer. And as an evil marketer, what I want to be able to do is leverage that groundswell for the betterment of the brand. And for me to do that, I've got to have alignment, I've got to have systems. Yes, I have to have empathy, creative people, but I have to have the technology and I have to have the ability to turn that and then take that groundswell and leverage it for my own evil purposes to drive revenue for the revenue guy.
You know, I said that to my wife the other day. Yeah, I have to have empathy. I said it just like that. Who's good? All right, this is a jump ball. We have a jump ball. Yes, ma'am.
I was just going to say Corbett for president. But Corbett, I would like to understand like what you're lobbying for. Like, what are you saying?
So I think what I am trying to define is the fact that you guys have a challenge inside of your companies, right? And it's around pulling all these pieces together, and it's really hard. It's really expensive. And to do that, you have to have alignment within the organization, and you have to have the political will to do what it takes to do it. So, because remember, my question is what's the biggest challenge? That's the biggest challenge I see, because I'm in those organizations and I'm seeing the strife, I'm seeing the challenge, and I'm also seeing companies who go buy multi-million-dollar software packages in order to create that customer experience before they've even begun to crawl around that customer experience.
Okay, would you restate your question, but this time for Jody?
I think what I'm trying to understand is we are talking about the biggest CMO challenge, which is how do we rethink our roles in today's environment? And I'm trying to understand the position that you both take on kind of rethinking how we approach the market, because I agree with you. The customer experience is no longer in the hands of the marketer promising something. It's in the hands of those that own actually what that looks like. And with technology, that's becoming harder and harder for the marketer to own.
Jody.
I'm trying to understand exactly what you mean by what you're saying.
She's basically saying she doesn't have any idea what you're saying.
I do think...
I'm going to give you 30 extra seconds for that.
Thank you. I think that connecting with profundity, things that matter more to people, that's more targeted to what is their soulful yearning, big picture, that builds culture. And to me, the biggest challenge or opportunity is to be outside the company and really listen to what people are into, but in a more salient, textural way. And we actually agree that culture to be built inside and culture outside is really the combination and the winning combo. Because as you called it, we're more loving than we are fighting, but...
Okay. Does anybody else have a question? Yvonne. I'll let you both ask it.
Okay, so I agree with both.
Listen up.
I agree with both. Totally agree with you and agree that culture is important, but you both are right. So there's one of the biggest problems is the silos. To build a culture, you need to first break those silos within your company. How do you break those silos so you can build a culture?
Okay, this time I'm only giving you both 15 seconds, okay? Right. Speak to the crowd, and crowd, pay attention.
So I'll take it first. I think it's very incumbent upon the leadership inside of the brand and this evolution of the CMO to the CXO. The challenge with that, and the challenge for a lot of you guys, is you not only have to have the brand insight, but you have to have the technology insight and the digital chops to call bullshit on all the things that are going on in the organization. And you're dependent on people that don't care as much as you do about the brand.
All right, 15 seconds.
So I'm new to the marketing arm and I'm new to Dallas, but what I love and what I'm experiencing is that I'm in the next role, and it's a group of people who are just floating in these spaces that are cross-silo. And so we work with a lot of different people floating around, but we work with a lot of different people across the agency, and we're the ones.
Excellent. It's time to vote. It's time to vote. And the winner is Corbett Guest.